Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Marvel Contest of Champions, and this is Professor Gravender with Masteries 101. I thought that was pretty funny. You guys seem to get a kick out of the whole Professor Grave thing, or at least one person did that commented in the comment section. I thought it was pretty funny. Gave a little bit of a lecture there, and at the end of it, it was just good. I get that Palpatine voice running through my head whenever I replay that for myself and think I was reading your comment, and it was just, I don't know, I get the Palpatine vibe from it. Just like, good. I hope that made your day seeing that. Hopefully you're watching this one too. But for any of you guys that haven't seen this, I'm sure you guys are familiar with it at this point. We've done two of them. This is Masteries 101, and we are in utilities now. This is not for the experts into the game because you guys already know what this stuff's all about. This is going to be basically for new people bringing in new characters into the game, just starting fresh, and they want to know what the deal is with some of this stuff. And I don't know too many people out there that do the mastery videos in depth for beginners. So that's why I did this. And if you're watching this and you're a veteran, more props to you for sticking through it. If you're not, and you know somebody new to the game that might need to know this kind of stuff, send them over to the video, and hopefully they learn something from it. So we'll start off. We're going to look at this big hodgepodge of stuff here, and I just want to go over the fact that anything that is in bronze is going to cost you stony cores to open up. In the other videos, anything that was in silver, that's going to cost you the item that was so aptly made fun of by people in the last comment, or one person in the last comment, because I don't know how to pronounce it, apparently, because Kabam uses big words for things that I don't remember. I don't feel like going into the item store and saying what they are, but you guys know what it is. It's the one that costs 550 units a piece, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Thankfully, there aren't any of those in this section for now. But let's start off. This is going to be one of those ones that is probably more tempting for new people than anything in the offense or defense, because they're going to come in, they're going to see the gold, and they're going to see the XP. I want to stress, as much as I did in the last episode, do not put stuff in points or put stuff into masteries that you're eventually going to have to just pull it back out of if you don't have the exposable income to do the recovery system, because each point costs more units. The more stuff you throw in here, the more it's going to cost to get it back to put it in other places that you want to, and that could potentially be a stony core or the silver thingy that I can't pronounce or care to think of that you could purchase to open up the other things that you want. So we're going to look at here first. We got the XP boosts. Wisdom, earn a plus 10 XP with all summoner XP rewards, and that goes all the way up to 30. It's tempting, I know, but you don't want to do it. Intelligence goes all the way up to 20%. That's 20% more XP. That's actually pretty decent, but you don't want to do it. You're going to be running these stories anyway. If you don't get that far in doing the story quests, the side quests that they put out are going to get you where you want to anyway. Same thing with this here. This is going to cost you stony cores, and it only gives you plus 3, but it costs 2 stony cores. That's a ton of units. But you have to open up at least one of those to get prosperity, which is going to be your better deal anyway, and it costs 3 to open it up just to get 2% more gold. Just stay away from it. Don't even get into it. Just steer clear. Don't go into it at all. We want to get into this stuff down here, but I'll move on to this real quick and get it out of the way. This is the one that everybody absolutely loves, and is as expensive as I'll get out to do. I really don't care to put 5 extra points in that when there's 5 extra points I can put it somewhere else, because this is only going to affect your Mystic champions. If you're running with a perfect block team that is is Hawkeye and War Machine, or if you're running with the Black Bolt and Cyclops and Magneto team, or if you're running with the Storm and 90 Cyclops team. It's not going to do you any good, to be honest with you. If you don't have a Doctor Strange, if you don't have a Scarlet Witch, if you don't have a Mystic that you use on the regular, who really cares? Your Mystic champion, this is at max level too, and this cost tons of these little things down here. These little Mystic Mastery thingies. At the max, your Mystic champions accrue 12% power with each time an enemy beneficial effect expires. So, really, it's only going to do you good with Mystic champions. And it's only going to do you good against champions that you're going up against that have beneficial effects on them that are going to expire. What good does it really do? Sure, it comes in handy if you're running with the Doctor Strange Scarlet Witch team in Alliance Quest. But outside of that, unless they're both on your team that you're going to be using in the regular story quests, it's only good for those champions. I mean, I used Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange in Alliance Quest, but I don't hurt not having this thing. And I've got places I can put other points, like in the offense tree. But now this is where my 3 that I have up top right now, the 3 that I want to use, are going to be going in this area. And that's why I've kept them, because I need more units so that I can unlock it and open it up. So what you want: Limber. Rigorous mental and physical training reduces the duration of enemy stuns by 8%. Can go up to 16%. 8% is sufficient enough because the stun's not going to last that long anyway. If you go up to 16%, you're going to be in a little bit better position, but really I don't think it matters that much. Dexterity. Evade all attacks with dodging back. Dodging an attack in this way grants 10% critical rate for your next attack. 10% critical rate is pretty good. You don't need to take it up any higher because it only takes effect for 1 hit after you dash back. 1 hit. So it really doesn't matter if you're getting 10% or if you're getting 33% at max. You're still getting a bonus off that next hit. The only time this really matters is if you're going to do it and you're going to hit them with like an L2. So you're not going to see that big of an effect with it. But it's good to have one just for that extra boost regardless. Parry is a big one, and this is one that does require stony cores. Timing a block right when attacked reduces damage by 33%. If contact is made, stun attackers for up to 2 seconds. Stun duration increases with perfect block chance. This is a huge help. Parry is absolutely awesome. I'm not the best in the world at it, but I've been getting better. And the better you get at it, the better you are with your fights. And it takes a little bit of time to get used to it. I've been getting a lot better with it. Pretty happy with it. You want it maxed out. It's going to take a little bit of time to do that, though. It's not one of those things that you absolutely have to jump into right off the bat to do, though. And Stupefy. This will increase your stuns, which is something you definitely want. If you're going to go with parry anyway, you might as well go with this, and that's where my 3 additionals are going to go. When your champions inflict stun, it lasts for 0.1 additional seconds. Doesn't sound like much, I know, but whenever you max it out, you get a full half of a second. That is enough time to do a lot of stuff in this game. So you got to think, half a second on top of 2, you're getting 2.5 seconds. That is a lot of time when you're doing these fights. It may not seem like a lot of time, but it is absolutely a lot of time when you're doing these fights. And it's definitely going to come in handy, and that's why I have saved and reserved 3 points to put in there. Petrify, it's really up to you. I'm not going to put anything into it at max level. When your champion inflicts stun, they also reduce enemy health and power gains by up to 30% for the duration of the stun. The power gain pretty much is the biggest thing, because unless you're going up a champion like Wolverine or Deadpool that's going to constantly regen, really doesn't matter about the health gains or willpower. But even if you do reduce it for 30% during the stun, if they've got willpower on, they're still going to be bumping it back up as soon as that's over with. Same thing with Wolverine, same thing with Deadpool. They're going to be regening regardless, so it doesn't, to me, I'm not getting it. It seems kind of useless. Pacify at max level. When your champions inflict stun, they also reduce enemy ability triggers by 30% for the duration of the stun. I don't know too many that do trigger anything other than probably like Scarlet Witch that would trigger something while they were stunned anyway, so not that big of a deal to me either. And then all of this stuff over here, just really kind of garbage. I mean, detect text, it's the same, detect all the way around. And then Scouter Lens, which reveal the hidden hero rating and star rating of enemies up to 3 steps away on a quest map. This information is shared with allies. You'll only be sharing it with allies in Alliance Quest. If you're playing Alliance Quest enough, you're going to know the champions on a path. If not, there are things out there that tell you what champions are on a path anyway. I know every single champion that is on the paths that I take. I know just about every single champion that's on every single path in the game itself, because I'm an Alliance lead, or I am the leader of an Alliance, but I am a battle group lead as well, so I know what's around me because I have to put people on paths. That's just the way it is. You're going to learn this kind of stuff. You don't need to waste points on it. And these things do cost the little silver thingy. So there are some things in here I didn't realize that do require the silver thingy. Just that one though that I can see. The rest of them are just like class specific. So you can collect those doing the quests or buy them with loyalty points. It's really up to you. I wouldn't waste anything on any of these little things here in this little circle. Just useless. And this is probably going to be one of the quickest videos we've done so far on these things, because there's really not a lot of stuff in utilities. We've got 4 items here that haven't been opened up. Kind of like in the other ones as well. There are items that haven't been opened up in defense. And there are items that haven't, well, one item that hasn't been opened up in offense. So, no idea what those are. Hopefully, down the road, someone will put those out there and we'll know. Hopefully, they're not garbage like some of the rest of them have been. But, alright, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.
From a paper cup, lying down.